Hello everyone and welcome back to Torchlight 2. We have just taken a quest, the Brave Ones, side quest in a side dungeon. I'm still going to do those, probably. It's just, if I accidentally find the end of a dungeon and there's very much at the beginning of the dungeon there's like a section left unexplored, I'm not going to make too much of a fuss trying to get to that unexplored section. Oh, roachling tunnels. These are just like the sand rat nest things, just spawning cockroaches instead of sand rats, but I'm carrying too much again. Let me just clear up this area. And in here we have a ton of roaches, by the way. Not just tiny cockroaches, but slightly bigger ones as well. Take all of this. Oh, a helmet with 14% cast speed. That's not bad at all. I'll keep the ember shards, I think, but anything below that I'll still just sell. Okay. I made the mistake of not storing anything when I was in town, so I may have to do that on a separate trip. Oh yeah, these myrmidons things have a hover attack where they're invincible for the duration of the hover, which is really annoying. Okay. And the goal of this is actually to destroy these mana toxin pumps, which I believe they were poisoning the water supply in town. But yeah, just destroy them. That's the goal of the quest. Doesn't really matter what it actually means. And I know people sort of dislike that attitude towards the story in the game, but it's an action RPG. It's not Skyrim or one of those sort of, what's Telltale games do those a lot, those sort of basically interactive movie things. It's about the gameplay mostly. It's about grinding loot, killing enemies, just beating the crap out of bosses, getting those shiny legendaries. That's what the game is about. And it doesn't really matter that you're on some kind of quest to destroy some kind of evil in some kind of place. Kill the bad things, get their loot. That's what the game is. That's what it's about, and that's good. It's not supposed to be a point of criticism. I like that about action RPGs. It's not fancy, it's just good old-fashioned blast everything to pieces and laugh at the damage numbers kind of thing. Okay, that hover attack is really annoying, by the way. Oh, a mysterious pistol.
I'm badly wounded.
Yes, I know, I'm kind of in trouble. See, they're all hovering and all immortal, and it's a little tedious. Okay. I wouldn't mind getting a few nice ones, but so far I've been getting mostly junk items on this playthrough, actually. The majority of the good stuff I have is from my shared stash, which, I don't know, it's a little annoying. And you are the annoying enemy cast that's resurrecting roaches. But not anymore. I don't like this dungeon, by the way. I mean, the enemies, it's not like I find cockroaches disgusting or anything. I mean, they are if they're sort of in your flat, but really shouldn't be happening, but just, I don't like them. They have too many really annoying properties. Okay, I'll just regen up my mana a little and then I can keep spamming. Oh, Ocean Tunnel.
You have gained.
And another level up. Okay. This pistol, I mean, it's not bad. Physical damage, knockback, minus to all armor on hit. It's not terrible. It's not too special, I guess. Let's do the level up instead. I'm sure you're all very surprised by my increasing focus. Yes, I could now go for the higher level spells if I wanted to. I don't think I need Stone Pack just yet, so for the moment I'll stick to the skills I already have. I'll be able to put some points into skills of my choice by the time I reach level 100. I think the build as I'm going to play it has... oh, Moritz of the Desert. I think I have 8 skill points, no, 9 skill points I believe, that I have available for free use by level 100, so... oh, you're a boss, Food Slicer, that explains why strange things are happening here. Okay. Now the pumps are all done and I can deal with the remaining cockroaches. Yeah, as I said, I find that hover ability to be incredibly annoying and really just ugh. It's not necessarily a bad design idea, it's just I hate it, so I don't like this dungeon. Just because of that one ability, really. It's just, I don't know. Just a little annoying, and I can go back, I'm done. And because it's a single level dungeon and fairly small, it doesn't give you a portal at the end. It takes you back to the entrance. I think this dungeon might actually have a fixed layout as well, but I might be wrong on that. Okay, as a reward we could get this because it's the most valuable. I'm really just selling my quest rewards mostly. Oh, I thought I'd killed you, but you took one more hit. And what level am I at? Level 30. So yeah, I'm just about in the perfect range to do these areas. I should note I'm playing this character on elite, no, not elite, veteran difficulty. So actually one difficulty above the berserker, which is also normal. On elite, I would have to do a lot more kiting and running away from enemies, and it probably wouldn't be as interesting. But yeah, keep that in mind when comparing this character to the berserker in terms of efficiency and sort of power, I guess. This character is expected to take a little longer killing things just because of the difficulty level being different. And you can change a character's difficulty through in-game means directly. What you can do, however, is start a LAN or internet game. And when you start those, you basically turn your computer into a server, which is then playing host to the other people joining your game. But if you're playing by yourself, You can always do that. You can make a multiplayer game that only has one person in it. There doesn't have to be other people for the game to work. You can just play solo. And then you can set that server's difficulty to something else. So basically, if I wanted to play this character on the lower difficulty now, for some reason, I could always say, you know, make me a LAN game. Set that LAN game's difficulty to easy or normal. And then that would essentially have changed the difficulty, but if I go back to single player, I will be back on veteran. Which is actually something I do for some builds. It's okay with this one, it's not so terrible. As I've explained, it's kind of taking into account the endgame stuff that I'll be having. But as you can see, even though I'm doing that, I can still play quite well and sort of kill things fairly efficiently. There are other games which your main damage skill doesn't come up until you're level 25, 30 or something. There's a Frost Mage build in particular that I'm sort of leveling up a guy for, which that doesn't really start to shine until level maybe 40, 50-ish, and that's really, by that point it's really powerful, it's a good build, but leveling up to that point is a major, why can I not? Is a major pain. So what I'm really doing is I've created the character on elite difficulty because the build is designed for elite. But then before I'm able to really do the build as I intended, I just set the game to a lower difficulty via LAN mode, and then when I finish the build, I go back to single player, and I'll have the elite character. And some people think that's kind of cheating, but it just enables you to play certain builds without the monstrous, gigantic pain of having to grind a character in elite difficulty through 30, 40 levels of just painstakingly not being able to really properly kill anything, which sadly is the way it sometimes goes. That Frost Mage doesn't even get a skill until level 7, so the first 7 levels you're stuck auto-attacking, and you're not speccing strength, so your auto-attacks, they're okay at level 1, they're fairly weak at level 2, and then they just get worse and worse as you approach level 7, and the skill you get then isn't a damage skill, it's a crowd control skill. So again, you're still not really doing proper damage, you're just able to slow down enemies a bit. But the idea is, in late game, you slow them down and then you hit them with all you've got, you unleash Arcane Fury. I'm going to enchant some poison on this wand, by the way.
You are fortunate.
Giving me plus 20 poison damage and some poison damage over time, that's good. So yeah, for cases like that, it's perfectly legitimate to my mind to level up on a lower difficulty and then set to elite later. It's possible to play that build, I guess, the proper way. The easiest would obviously be to spec a sort of leveling build, and then when you hit the highest level, install some kind of mod that gives you a respec option and then respec. But again, that would probably be considered cheating as well. So my approach tends to be just level up on lower difficulties. It's still annoying enough because you don't really have proper damage skills, but especially on easy, your auto attacks are fairly powerful just because it's easy. I mean, you just do a lot of damage because of the difficulty setting. Okay, getting these boards is a little bit annoying, but you can get stuff from them, so I will do it.
My pack is full.
Already, I was going to keep the shards, but nothing below shard. Okay. And the helmet, yeah, just take that as well. I might actually be able to show you that that Frost Mage build I'm leveling up on when I'm switching to Ember Mage. I think the way I'll do is I'll switch to Ember Mage for Act 3, because that's a fairly big act, and then you get to see the Ember Mage quite a bit. Okay, don't want to go in there yet. I might get a side quest for that. Oh, mysterious gloves. I get a lot of legendaries from those sand nest things. Okay, that's a berserker item. 3% dodge chance. They're not particularly good gloves, even for a berserker. And obviously not for me, because I can't even use them. And then I believe I'll probably be switching to engineer for the final act. Not going in there also. You've seen how the Netherrealm looks. Sadly, it's kind of a little repetitive, because that's all it is. It's just an area with lots of enemies, barely any good drops, and yeah, I don't think it's really particularly well made. I mean, from a technical standpoint, it works well, the tiles look good and all that, but it's just, the rewards aren't worth it. You're not really... you're not motivated to go in there, I guess. No, you need one more. Fair enough. Another sand red nest I should really destroy. I don't know if I have an increased chance to drop legendary stuff or unique stuff. It's not legendary, it is unique. It's sort of the Borderlands syndrome. Orange was legendary. Orange is unique in this game. Legendaries are red, which I've only ever gotten 2 legendaries so far, and both of them were useless to me. A bit annoying. And yeah, I was saying, yes, Act 4. I'll probably be using an engineer for Act 4. Act 4 is a little repetitive and a little boring. I mean, it has cool boss fights in it, but it essentially consists of one long dungeon. So, my engineer is quite strong. I mean, he doesn't technically have a proper build, but he's still very good at killing things, so... I think using him would just make it a little... it would make it go faster. And as you can probably see, we're now in an area that's heavily Skara themed, and Skaras are these bat things. These things. Not quite sure if they're supposed to be mammals, but I'm just going to call them bat creatures. I'm hoping you'll be... I'll be able to finish that Act 4 quite swiftly with the engineer and just essentially be able to focus a lot more on the boss fights and a lot less on the trash mobs. Jackal base. Nah, too quick. I also decided that maybe that was too quick as well, wasn't it? Okay, I couldn't see, the window didn't pop up, but I think it was. Probably. I might be streaming me leveling up the Ember Mage to the point where I was able to do Act 3. So, yeah. I don't know when that'll be happening, or it might already have happened by the time this video is released. Just because of how timing is when you have actual real life stuff going on, work to do, and you know, people to see, places to burn, all that stuff. I can't tell really in advance when I'll be able to do certain things. And that means possibly I've already leveled up the character by the time you see this, so. Tends to be that when I have time to record, I record a fair amount all in one go. And that leads to me doing 20 episodes or so in a few days, just because sort of the workload is low enough to make me able to do that. These guns here, by the way, are fighting for me, not against me. I'll recast that. I guess I'll drink a potion. And you there, I'm looking for some missing Seraphi. 180 is the highest reward, and there's no quest items along there. And now, Shadow of the Skara. So there's more missing, basically. And they're somewhere in Swan Point. And oh look, there's one of them. I apparently was given explosives, and he's the only survivor. And some of the hives have been infected. And obviously we're gonna have to help. But we'll do that next time, so I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.